Most of the cattle in the 50s and 60s were sold through auction markets, federally regulated auction markets where the prices were collected, then made public. There was a lot of friction. The industry was changing. The development of the feeding industry was a new thing. Meat packers were increasingly bypassing these markets and going directly to the feedlots to buy the cattle. Those prices were not made public. It was very difficult for a feedlot operator to really know what cattle were trading for at that time. And the number of cattle going through these federally managed markets were getting smaller and smaller, so the price was no longer valid. The farm business was looking around for different ways to market their product, and we tended to go in two different directions. The poultry people, the dairy people, and even the hog people moved in the direction of establishing marketing boards.
People were completely unaware of how totally impossible that would be. In milk, you can measure liters of milk. In chickens, you can measure weight. In cattle, you'd have weights all over the place. Plus the fact that the Canadian cattle industry exports a little over 50% of its production. The answer I was giving back then was that if you go into supply management, you're going to have to cut the industry in half, because Canada cannot possibly eat the amount of beef you're producing.
So the cattlemen decided, rather than establishing marketing boards or marketing commissions, we would move in the direction of a more effective pricing system, whereby we could trade pricing information, market outlook, and that led to the development of Canfax. We started very small. We started to collect prices from individual feedlots. When they sold cattle, they reported those prices to us, and we immediately then made those prices known to other members of Canfax, and gradually more and more feedlot operators in particular joined Canfax to find out what their neighbors were getting for cattle. It became basically the standard price. Nowadays, of course, feedlots are so large, they have much stronger market power than they had in those days, but in the early days, that was not the case.